Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Our next chapter is chapter 14, class 10, biology. Title of chapter is reproduction, and today we will discuss reproduction, in particular the introduction to reproduction and types of reproduction. Reproduction means recreation. Producing of individuals of same type is called reproduction. Production of individuals of same species is called reproduction. There are two types of reproduction: asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. A means no. Sexual means related to sexes, means males and females. In asexual reproduction, there is no concept of males or females, and only one parent is involved. It can be male or it can be female. And in asexual reproduction, the newborns, the new offspring are exactly similar to the parents. Offspring is exact like parents. Asexual produces same offspring, exactly the same offspring as are the parents, because it occurs by the process of mitosis, which produces exactly similar cells or exactly similar organisms in case of asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction does not include the concept of females or males. Asexual reproduction occurs only through mitosis, and it involves just one parent, either male or female. The partner is never discussed. Offspring is exactly like parents. Now about sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction means the reproduction which involves sexes, means male sex, or female sex, means males or females. It involves two parents, males and females, and the offspring which are produced by sexual reproduction are genetically different from their parents. Offspring are varied from parents. No exactly dad and son or daughter are similar to each other in case of sexual reproduction. Why offspring are different in case of sexual reproduction? The reason is the process which is used in sexual reproduction, and it is meiosis. Sexual reproduction occurs by meiosis as compared to asexual reproduction, which occurs by mitosis. Now we will discuss some types of asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction has various types, the simplest of which is binary fission. The simplest type of asexual reproduction is called binary fission. Binary means two, fission means breaking or breakage. Breaking of one organism, one animal into two is called binary fission, and it is the simplest method of asexual reproduction. Binary fission occurs in a wide variety of organisms. It occurs in amoeba, it occurs in bacteria, it occurs in planaria, it occurs in echinoderms, etc. When binary fission occurs in bacteria, it is different from the binary fission which occurs in planaria, echinoderms or amoeba, because bacteria are prokaryotes and all the others including bacteria are eukaryotes. So the binary fission in prokaryotes is different from the binary fission in eukaryotes. How is this so? To explain it, we take as an exemplary the two organisms, the bacteria and amoeba. In amoeba, binary fission takes in a process like this. Imagine this is a amoeba. Inside the amoeba, in the center, there is present a nucleus. And before the binary fission starts in the amoeba, nucleus is doubled. From one nucleus, another nucleus is formed by the process of mitosis. And when nucleus has become double, there are two nuclei. Then there is an invagulation of the membrane from the center towards the inside of the cell. This membrane, which is in the center, this membrane invaginates into the center, pinches into the center, and it starts to divide the parent amoeba into two, and one nucleus moves to one side of this cell, and other nucleus moves to the other side. Now further invagination of the membrane of the amoeba causes the cell to be split into the two, and these two are exactly similar to this one, the parent cell or the parent amoeba. This is called binary fission in amoeba. Binary fission in amoeba includes division of two cells by invagulation of the cell membrane, and also during the process there is equal division of the nuclei. But in case of bacteria do not consist of nuclei. Bacteria have no nucleus. Imagine this is a bacterium. In the bacteria there is a nucleus-like region in the center which contains chromosome. In bacteria just the chromosome is present, no nucleus is present. And when bacteria starts to divide, there is doubling of this nucleus-like material which is called nucleoid. And you may say there is doubling of the chromosome of the bacteria. A bacteria consists of a single chromosome which is circular, and it is chromosome, it is not nucleus. Before binary fission starts in the bacterium, this chromosome which is circular is doubled, and it moves during the start of the binary fission to the opposite sides of the bacterium. Now further progression in binary fission causes the cell wall of the bacterium to divide it into the two, each having the same copy of DNA in itself. So how binary fission occurs in bacteria is by the copying of DNA or chromosome, not the copying of nucleus, because bacteria are devoid of nuclei. Binary fission in animals like planaria occurs by this way. Imagine this is a planarium, and binary fission in planarium occurs in the way that a planarium starts to divide from its center, which is this, and before binary fission the nucleus of the planarium becomes double. One copy of nucleus is shifted to this half and other is to the this half. When a single planarium divides into two, each part grows into the new exactly similar to the separated part of planarium. Some amoeba and some bacteria undergo a similar division process to binary fission, a similar asexual reproduction to the binary fission, and this type of binary fission will actually be termed as multiple fission. Multiple fission is the division of one organism into many. Multiple means many. Division or breaking of one organism into many is called multiple fission. Binary fission occurs in normal circumstances, in all the circumstances, but multiple fission occurs only when these conditions are unfavorable. When conditions are not good, means if there is a predator in the environment, or if there is shortage of the food or shortage of the water or other resources, then multiple fission occurs. During multiple fission, the organism undergoing the multiple fission makes a hard covering around it. This hard covering which the organism which is undergoing multiple fission makes is called cyst. Another pronunciation of this word is cyst. Cyst or cyst both are the right pronunciation for this word. Cyst means a hard covering around the organisms undergoing multiple fission. Imagine a bacterium is undergoing multiple fission, and this is the cyst formed around the bacterium. In unfavorable conditions, bacteria will just divide their nuclei. From one nucleus, two nuclei will be formed. Sorry, bacteria do not have nucleus. It is in case of amoeba. Bacteria will just divide their chromosome. From one chromosome, two chromosome will be formed. From these two chromosome, four will be formed. From these four, 8 chromosome will be formed. And in this way, too much large number of chromosome will be made in very short time. The chromosome of the bacteria will keep on dividing into many, and as soon as the circumstances or condition will be normal, there will be the favorable conditions. The cyst around the bacterium will be broken down, and each chromosome in case of bacteria and each nucleus in case of amoeba or other organism which is undergoing multiple fission, each chromosome or each nucleus will be surrounded by cytoplasm. This nucleus or this chromosome will be surrounded by cytoplasm, and all the chromosomes in case of bacteria will be surrounded by cytoplasm, and there will be new organisms depending upon the number of the chromosomes which have been formed during this unfavorable conditions. For example, if there are 100 nuclei formed during the unfavorable conditions, or in case of bacteria, if there are 100 chromosomes formed during the unfavorable conditions, then there will be 100 bacteria resulting at the end of the unfavorable conditions and on the return of the favorable conditions. And this form of the division is called multiple fission. This cyst or cyst protects the organism during these unfavorable conditions. Another method of asexual reproduction similar to multiple fission is fragmentation. Fragment means piece or segment, or it is also meaning portion. In fragmentation, which is similar to multiple fission but not completely, just as a metaphor, it is similar to the multiple fission, but it does not occur in the unfavorable conditions. Fragmentation occurs in favorable conditions. In fragmentation, an organism divides into more than two pieces. More than two pieces of animals are made, and each piece gives rise to an entire new animal or an entire new organism. Usually from 2 to 8 pieces of organisms are made, and each piece develops into an entire new exactly similar organism. Imagine this is planarium. Now planarium may divide into more than two pieces, into 3 or 4 pieces. This is one portion, this second, and this is third, and this is fourth. All of these pieces, when separate from each other, will develop into the new planarium, and this type of asexual reproduction is called fragmentation. In one time there is production of about 3 to 8 individuals, so it results in a faster reproduction, in a faster spreading of the individuals. The other method of asexual reproduction discussed in your book is budding. Budding means formation of buds. Formation of buds occurs by mitosis. As binary fission, multiple fission, fragmentation occurs by binary fission, by mitosis. Very similarly, budding also occurs by mitosis because it is a type of asexual reproduction. In budding, an organism makes buds on its body. And what are buds? Buds are small outgrowths on surface of cell in case of unicellular organism, or surface of the body in case of multicellular organism. Budding occurs in many organisms, like it occurs in yeast, it occurs in sponges, it also occurs in corals as well as in hydra. When budding occurs in yeast, yeast develops a small outgrowth on its body. Imagine this is yeast. Yeast is a type of fungus. It is a eukaryotic organism. When budding occurs in yeast, it forms small outgrowths called bud on its surface. And when buds is formed, yeast also makes a new copy of its nucleus. This new copy of nucleus is transferred into the bud. When bud increases in size, bud separates from the parent yeast and it develops into an entire new yeast. Yeast may form more than one buds on the surface of its body, and these more than one buds will develop eventually into more than one yeasts. Similar is the case in hydra, but hydra is not a fungus. Hydra is an animal. In your book there is a shape of hydra like this, but don't misunderstand it, because hydra is not a plant, it is an animal. And this side projection of hydra is not the branch of the hydra, but actually this is the bud of hydra, which when separate from the hydra will develop into a new hydra. In sponges and in corals, the buds formed do not detach the parents. Corals and sponges form detachable buds. Their buds never get separated from the parents, and they always remain attached to the parent corals or sponges, which results in new corals and sponges being attached to the parents. And there is a large formation of colony in this way, which is called coral reef. This is a mountain-like structure present in the oceans, formed as a result of budding in the corals, during which there is an aggregation or overlaying of the offspring on the top of parents. Another form of asexual reproduction is spore formation, also called sporogenesis. Spore formation occurs by mitosis, and by producing many spores, there is production of many individuals at the same time from the parents. So what are the spores? Spores are haploid cells formed inside sporangia. Singular is sporangium. They may also be diploid. Specialized cells formed inside sporangium are called spores. For example, rhizobium is a fungus, and it forms many spores in its sporangium, which is a sac-like structure, which is a pouch-like structure. Many spores by mitosis are produced inside a single rhizobium, and each spore is covered by a protective covering which is called cyst or cyst. Imagine this is one spore. It is covered by a protective covering called cyst. When there is too much production of spores inside the sporangium, the pressure applied by spores causes the sporangium to be burst, and these spores fall on the substratum, on the earth, or on the soil. These are covered by cyst even now. If there is favorable conditions available to the spores, each spore will develop into an entire new rhizobium. In case of bacteria, spore formation occurs to the inside of the bacteria because they are single cell organism. Bacteria are unicellular, and they also make spores, but their spores are endospores. Imagine this is a bacterium. It will make a spore to the inside of its cell. Such type of spores are called endospores. When the parent bacterium dies, this endospore will develop into a new bacterium, and again endospore formation in a bacteria will occur in unfavorable conditions. So this form of asexual reproduction is similar to the multiple fission, because multiple fission also occurs under unfavorable conditions, and spore formation also occurs in unfavorable conditions. Another form or type of asexual reproduction is parthenogenesis. Parthenogenesis is a modern type of asexual reproduction, and parthenogenesis occurs again like other types of asexual reproduction by the process of mitosis. Partheno means virgin, and genesis means production. Now, parthenogenesis means production of new offspring, new individuals. From the virgin means from a single parent. In parthenogenesis, there is no fertilization. Some animals make eggs and sperms, and their egg and sperm do not unite to make zygote as is done in sexual reproduction, and this egg without its combining with sperm without fertilization develops solely into an entire new organism. This is called parthenogenesis. When a single gamete gives rise to a new organism, it is called parthenogenesis. Many organisms like wasps, like bees and other insects, aphids, etc. undergo parthenogenesis. In honeybees, parthenogenesis is a common example. Honeybees are classified into different categories depending upon their job and their role. There are queen bees, there are worker bees, there are drones. Queen bees are diploid, worker bees are diploid, but drones are haploid. The job of queen bees is to find nectar source and guide other bees to go to the nectar site and take the nectar towards the nest or honeycomb. Also, the job of queen bees is to lay eggs. The job of worker bees is to gather the nectar from nectar site towards the honeycomb. The job or function of worker bees is to carry nectar from nectar site towards honeycomb. Also, the job of worker bees is to lay sperm. The job of drones is nothing. They just lay sperm, fertilize. Now we will understand how parthenogenesis occurs in honeybees. Imagine a honeybee has given an egg. That honeybee will be called queen. Queen has laid an egg. This egg, without its fertilization with sperm from a worker bee or drone, develops into an entire new organism, that is drone. Formation of drone directly from egg without the fertilization of egg with the sperm is parthenogenesis. If egg fertilizes the sperm, the two will produce zygote, and this zygote will either be a queen bee of the future or worker bee of the future. A zygote will never produce drone. Drone is only formed directly from the development of egg without the fertilization of the egg with the sperm.